Hello, Jack Colliflower here again, and I would like to show you the updates for the sliding, tilting router table. So a lot of great updates, so I'm just going to go ahead and go one by one. First of all, it's zero clearance. We have zero clearance here. It's very easy, pop in, pop out. This is my old zero clearance for a bit, so I'm just going to take that out. Here's my new piece of zero clearance there. We're just going to go ahead and pop that right in there. Goes in very smoothly. There's a 1/4 inch hole to start with for the non-center cutting bits. And so we're just going to go ahead and cut this zero clearance. This is with the non-plunging router too. We're just going to lift it on up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fasten this on. The process is very similar to cutting zero clearance for a table saw. So I'm just going to put this board on here, clamp it down, and I'm going to put it right over the slot, just like you put a fence over on cutting a zero clearance slot. I'm just going to tighten up these set screws, which lock the fence really easily. Alright, so we're all there. I'm going to raise the bit through. We'll have perfect zero clearance. Alright, so we've cut our slot. I'm going to go ahead and take it down, that away. So that's that. What I like best about this zero clearance is that it's easily pop in, easily pop out, and no issues at all. Perfectly flush, works great, won't pop out without you wanting to pop it out. Alright, next we're going to move on to this fence. This is probably the best part of the design here, one of the best parts anyway. It's a great fence. It used to be smaller, now it's 16 inches wide. So what it is, a big old hunk of aluminum here. It's in an L shape. As I showed you before, the lockdowns, it has just set screw lockdowns here. They are nylon tipped stainless steel set screws in order not to mar the surface. So you just put it up and it is just solid as a rock. It's not going to go anywhere. You can see I just barely did anything. And what it is, it's a dovetail to dovetail mating. So your fence is going to be perfectly straight because it's mating with another dovetail. So it's just going to be perfect, which is great. Alright, so we've got there. On the front of it here, there's lots of advantages. I made it L-shaped so that a person could just like I did the zero clearance, when you want to bring it through, past the bit here, all you have to do is just, you could either hold it like I do sometimes, or you could clamp it on. Works great in that regard. Another reason is so that, and now I have a 1/4 20 holes that are drilled and tapped there. What that is for, and I'm going to show you here, is to, let's say that you want a zero clearance fence or a sacrificial fence. Well, here it is right here. You just bolt it right onto it. This took me all of 10 minutes to do. Just drill out the holes. The increments are really easy. So I think that's the next thing we're going to do here. I'll do a quick example of just what I told you earlier. So we have a zero clearance bit with the zero clearance fence, and we're just going to make a cut, just to give you an example. Now, I want you to remember that I'm just giving you the basics of everything. There's everything else you could do with this. I'm just trying to give you the basic potentials of it. So I'm gonna bolt this on, and we're gonna go ahead and make a zero clearance fence real fast. And I'm gonna do it really easily just for time's sake. My screwdriver. I'm only gonna screw in a couple of holes here, but there are 6 in total. And like I said, they're just 1/4 20. Really easy. For safety's sake, everyone knows that zero clearance is just all the better all the way around. All right, I could have bolted it all the way across, but like I said, for time's sake, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and run this through. And now I have a zero clearance fence. You know, you could make that however you like in whichever shape you want. One thing I have been missing this whole time, and I shouldn't have, but I do have a bit guard here. I have a blade guard, which is wonderful, and that's the next thing to come to. So we've covered the fence. You can see how smoothly everything rolls. It's just like a dream. It's perfect. It locks up perfectly. I'm going to show you a little bit of the slanting and tilting, but we've already covered that before, so I'm not going to cover that much. The next aspect is mainly a safety aspect here. What we have here is we have a sliding piece of plastic here, clear piece of plastic, and so that it can move to wherever you want it. Okay, if you want it close, you can put it close. If you don't have to. And here's the bit guard. It's easy as this. You literally just slide it on. And tighten it down. Now, what I like about it is that when you're doing angled cuts, you have this tilted at a 30-degree angle, let's say, you can look right through this thing, right at the bit, see exactly what you're doing. It's clear also, so you could somewhat see around it, but it's good protection, very wonderful. Another thing too, which is wonderful, is that this is also can join also as a dust collection port here, and that's the reason why this slides forward and slides backwards. You can have this as close to the bit as you want. When this is up in its 90-degree position, it works just wonderfully. So options. I made it to the size for the attachment, so whatever you like there, whichever attachments you want to put on, you just hook your hose up to it. Now, so you can just give an example of that, to kind of see how it goes. Another aspect of this too, so this is a huge safety thing, of course. Another huge aspect of this also is that, let's say that your chip deflection is going a certain way, or you want your dust collection to be a certain way, and that's the reason why I created this circle here. So if you want this protector guard and dust collection port to be tilted one way or whichever way you want, you have it, and then you bring this up close and it works awfully well. You could have it as close as you want. You could turn it to whichever angle you want. It works wonderfully. And this also moves. This is a spacer, and it just slides right on up to there. So you can get very close to the bit. Your dust collection could be wonderful, wonderful. just going to tighten everything down for the time being. I'll just put it there. Right now, because I'm showing how everything is, I'm not going to put the dust collection on. I'm not going to hook the vacuum up to it. So just like I have nylon tipped stainless steel set screws for the fence, and it works wonderfully, so I also have nylon tipped set screws for the stainless steel set screws for this part also, which is the sliding action. So I think I'm just going to do just some basics of it, just to show people who haven't seen this before, really. So you can lock it in place. You can like I said, I'm showing the basics, and then you are going to have to realize you could do everything in between. Here I could do an angle cut that slides by. That's perfect. I can put a piece here, which I'm going to do, and cut that. That's perfect. I could do any angle I want from 0 to 90, and how I get the angle is just very simply. You just set this right up here, you get your angle. There's really, in the last video I showed it, 0 degrees, let's say. So this cut's going to be a 46.4. Super easy. Let's see how easy it is just to make it a 45 right there. Real easy. And then we're going to place the piece of wood here wherever we want it to be. Let's just say right there. So we'll go ahead and I can put that there. Super accurate fence here that we're just going to lock down into place. I'm going to unlock this. We already set it the angle. And that's that. Like I said, we can use this fence, slide everything through whichever angle you want. It's kind of the sky's the limit. I think that I just mainly wanted to show the fence, the new fence, and with the huge safety features. This definitely does not have to be used, but if you want a bigger fence, there you go. Want a 0 clearance fence, there you go. I wanted to show you the 0 clearance on the bit there. I want to show you this right here, which is the bit guard and the dust collection port. Very adjustable this way, this moves forward. Everything's a go on this machine here. Everything runs extremely smoothly. All ball bearings, very well. Okay, thank you very much. Colliflower LLC signing out.